Good morning, students. Today let us learn the poem Another Woman, which was written by Miss Imtiaz Dharkar from your 10th class textbook, 3rd unit. What is the name of the 3rd unit? Human Relations. Human Relations. From this unit already we have learned the journey lesson. After that, Another Woman. So, let us learn first of all about the poetess Miss Imtiaz Dharkar. Okay, like in Telugu and Hindi, we need not learn. We have to learn about the author. Just only for knowing, let us learn about the author. Miss Imtiaz Dharkar was born in Lahore in Pakistan in 1954 and brought up in Glasgow, Scotland. She is ranked on par with some of the famous women poets of India such as Kamala Das, Sujata Bhatt and Tara Patel. She is not only a poet but also a painter and an accomplished documentary filmmaker. Her collections of poetry include Parda, Postcards from God, and I Speak for the Devil, The Terrorist at My Table, and Leaving Fingerprints. Okay, she wrote more about feminism, only about feminism, that means female, the problems of female. So many poems she wrote. Now let us move to the poem Another Woman. This poem, the title of the poem is Another Woman, about a woman, another woman. This poem depicts today's day-to-day problems of sufferings of the so many women, domestic violence of the women. Okay, every day in the news we are listening so much of domestic violence to the women. Okay, like this Another Woman. Let us move on to the poem. This morning she bought green methi. She means here one woman. The scene of the poem is one house. Woman is there. This morning she bought green methi in the market, choosing the freshest bunch. Picked up a white radish. Imagine the crunch it would make between her teeth. The sweet, sharp taste. Then put it aside, thinking it an extravagance. Counted her coins out carefully, tied them a small bundle into her sari at the waist. See here in our poem, one woman went to the market. What she bought there? Bought. The past tense word for buy is bought. What she bought in the market? Methi, that means green leafy vegetables, methi. And also white radish. And she imagined the crunch of it. Crunch means we will put the carrot, radish, roots into the mouth between the teeth and we crunch it. Okay. Thinking an extravagance, counted her coins. She is carrying coins and she counted the coins. And she thought it was the extravagance and put it aside. That means she only bought methi but not bought white radish. Tied them a small bundle into her sari at the waist. Came home, faced her mother-in-law's dark looks. Mother-in-law's dark looks. Mother-in-law's. Do you know who is mother-in-law? Mother-in-law means husband's mother. Mother-in-law, husband's mother. Woman after marrying goes to the husband's house, no? In that house, husband's mother and father will be there. Mother-in-law means husband's mother. She faced her mother-in-law's dark looks. That means she is looking with angry eyes, very angrily. Took the leaves and chopped them. What leaves she brought? from the market methi leaves and she chopped finely. Her hands stained yellow from the juice. Cut an onion. She also chopped onion fine and cooked the whole thing in the pot over the stove. She put it on the stove, shielding her face from the heat. Shielding her face from the heat. That means for this phrase two meanings are there. Shielding her face from the heat means she put the methi and onions in a pot and she put it on the stove. She shielded her face, that means she turned her face from the heat. When the pot is on, when the stove is on, flame will come and heat also will come. Shielding her face from heat means that one. And another meaning is her mother-in-law was very angry, so she shielded her face. Okay. The usual words came and beat. What are the usual words? That means her mother-in-law every day scolds her for doing all the things, and not only her, she scolds her parents also. Their wings against her. The money spent, curses headed upon her parents. What does the mother-in-law do every day? She curses her parents also. What type of woman you are? How your parents send here to you? Curses headed upon her parents. She scolds her parents also every day. Who had sent her out to darken other people's door? This is the idiom, darken other people's door. This is the idiom. Idiom means in Telugu sameta. Darken other people's, that means woman married to a man and she came from his house to mother-in-law's house. How your parents send here? To darken our house, to bring darkness to our house. Like that every day mother-in-law scolds her. What is that? Her scolds her. She crouched as usual on the floor beside the stove. Crouched means laying down. Crouch. C-R-O-U-C-H-E-D. Crouched, laying down or bending. What did mother-in-law done? Like every day, mother-in-law scolded that day also, and she curses her parents every day, each and every minute. How your parents sent to our house? How your parents sent to you? She crouched as usual on the floor. Who crouched here? Woman crouched beside the stove. When the man came home, who is the man here? Husband of that woman. The woman who married to him, he was the man. She did not look into his face. She did not want to look into his face. Even her mother-in-law scolded. Not raise her head, but bent her back a little more. Nothing gave her the right to speak. She doesn't have any right. Even today also in so many houses, domestic violence is going on for newly married girls, newly married women in so many houses. So here also in our poem, woman is not having any right to speak a word even to her husband. She wanted to tell what her mother-in-law scolds, but she doesn't have any right. She watched the flame hiss up and beat against the cheap old pot, a wing of brightness. How is the brightness of a pot? Wing of brightness. Wing of brightness. That means she continuously watching the flame of the stove against its blackened cheek. This was the house she had been sent to. How was the house here? There were no facilities in that house. She had to cook food on the stove. That means firewood stove. No facilities are there. No peacefulness is there. Mother-in-law always scolds her. This was the house she had been sent to, the man she had been bound to, the future she had been born into. Future also, present situation is not nice. Future also like that. She was very disappointed and sorrowful for this situation. So when the kerosene was thrown, just a moment of surprise, a brilliant spark, it was the only choice that she had ever known. Kerosene was thrown on the floor. That means, do you understood what had happened? She poured kerosene on her and she died. Another torch blazing in the dark. Another woman. We shield our faces from the heat. What is the meaning of another woman? Woman after woman from so many years from the past. This one is happening in our society. Even today, another woman, woman after woman was so much suffering from the domestic violence. Another torch blazing in the dark. Okay. We shield our faces from the heat. Shielding means protecting our faces from the heat. Okay, now poem completed. What is the main theme of the poem? The theme of the poem is from so many years, from long ago, so many women are dying like this because of the domestic violence of their mother-in-laws. Okay. And questions also given. What does the title suggest? Another woman means what? The title Another Woman suggests that there are so many women who are ending their lives. So many women are ending their lives. Why? Because of the domestic violence. It is not limited to a single woman. It is a huge social problem in the society that takes away the lives of number of women. So many governments are coming, governments are changing, but there is no change in the life of a woman. Even today, so many women are ending their lives because of the domestic violence. Okay, students, you prepare questions which are given after the poem in your textbook. Total 12 questions are given. From that, 9 questions you can read, and also summary you have to read. Okay, thank you, children.